truck hauling a cement beam rolled over around 9 a.m. Monday when exiting I-39 onto Harrison Road in Rockford. The 217,000-pound cement beam cracked down the middle, which caused the trailer to roll over. Law enforcement and tow trucks moved the trailer and beam off the road and into the ditch around noon. If you are driving in that area, keep a watchful eye out as the shoulder of the road is marked with traffic cones. The Illinois Department of Transportation announced Monday the ramp from northbound Interstate I-39 to westbound Harrison exit will be closed 7 a.m. Tuesday, November 14th to clean up the cement beam.